Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming today. You're all very welcome to our webinar. So as the title suggests, we are going to be talking today about TikTok and how it's more than just a dance app, how it's changing the face of social media advertising, and what we can do for you as an agency with getting your strategy on the platform as well. So today we have Justin Owens. He is our account manager at TikTok. So he's very good. He came all the way in. So he'll start off in just a moment. And then we have myself. So my name is Killian. I'm a social media executive here at Wolfgang. And then I'll be bringing you through a little bit of info just about what's on the platform. I'll be ironing out some misconceptions around TikTok and some myths that maybe some of you heard. And then I'll be handing you over to Stephen Murphy. He's going to then bring you through a case study that we've done with Sosu Cosmetics. So as I said, today I'm going to go through some common misconceptions around TikTok and different myths that you've all heard. So one of the big ones to start off with is TikTok is just a dance app for teenagers. So I know I've heard this all the time. It's like a common objection that we get a lot when we try and get users to start running their ads on TikTok. Another way that this can be phrased is like TikTok isn't for me or TikTok isn't for my product. So I'm here today to kind of iron these out and just let everyone know that TikTok is way more than a dance app, and it's way more than just teenagers that are on the platform. So these are just a couple of examples of different trends that are on the platform. So while TikTok was primarily a trendy dance app at the start, it still kind of is, but it's also become so much more. So these are just 5 examples out of hundreds of thousands of different trends that are on the platform. So the first one that we have here is product reviews. So this is probably relevant to most of you, like in ecom. So you'll see here this creator has their own segment, which they've called I Bought It So That You Don't Have To. And you can see there, if you have a close look, it's actually part 35 of that segment. So it just shows you the scale of how big this is and how popular it is with their user base. So this is the kind of things that could be a good opportunity for even you to work with different creators or influencers. Because if you want a product review done, then you can work with an influencer to kind of do a review or kind of talk about your product. The other one is product tutorials. So you're probably wondering, why the hell am I looking at a golden retriever? The reason is that golden retriever's curly, hairy chest, that's not natural. This is actually a product tutorial for the Dyson SteamPod hair curler. So rather than hiring an expensive film set or an expensive model, this user actually just filmed themselves using a curler on their dog's hair in their living room. So this kind of just shows you that you don't need to have really expensive polished content. All you need is a golden retriever and your living room and your phone, and you've got some really solid, funny content that's native to the platform. These kind of content that are expensive or just models in an expensive film set, they're just not really what resonates with with users on TikTok. What we have is a golden retriever with a curly chest, and it's funny, it's engaging, it's silly, and that's the type of content it does well. And then, of course, you've probably all seen the cooking and baking videos. These are usually quick, snappy content of loads of ingredients being thrown together just to make something nice. That's a big one on TikTok. And then cleaning and organizing. So this one in particular, I am bombarded with videos of people cleaning out their cupboards, putting all of their food into different neatly labeled storage containers, cleaning out their garages and organizing bookshelves. Power washing is a big one. Cleaning swimming pools is another one. It's really strange, but it's just that kind of really satisfying content of seeing something dirty become something clean, or seeing something messy become something tidy, and it just works so well on the platform. Can you think of any other platform that works really well for cleaning products other than TikTok? Because TikTok is something that really promotes this type of content. It's kind of that oddly satisfying kind of mindset that people have that works so well. And then hoof cleaning. You're probably wondering, if you're wondering why the hell am I looking at a dog, you're definitely wondering why am I looking at a horse's hoof. So I don't know about you guys, but me in particular, I am seeing at least 1 to 2 videos a day of a farmer cleaning their cow's hoof or their horse's hoof. It's really strange. It's just they lift the hoof, they clean out the dirt, they shave it down, and it's just really again, strangely engaging content. So the reason I have this here is to kind of prove to you that there's a niche for everything on TikTok. So there's no more excuses of saying, oh, TikTok's not for me, it's not for my product, my audience isn't on TikTok. If a horse farmer who cleans their horse's hoof have an audience on TikTok, then you definitely have an audience on TikTok as well. And that's the main thing that I wanted you to take away from this slide. Next one is, it's too difficult to put creatives together. I don't have the time or the resources. To be very honest, you don't need a lot of time or resources. there are only two things that you really need to make a perfect TikTok. And that's simply like something to film with and something to film. So I'm pretty sure that all of you have a smartphone. And if you do, then you have something to film with. That's all you need. Then what you need to add to that smartphone is the TikTok app. If you're not using this already just for some like really engaging content and like to have a bit of a laugh, then you can at least be using it to film content for your brand, because there's an entire editing suite on TikTok that have all the sounds, all the transitions, all the effects and the features that you need to make a video native to the platform, and it's free. The second thing you need is something to film. You have that as well. It's you, it's your product, it's your brand, your service, whatever it is, you have something to film. So those are the two main things that you need. If you have both of those things, then you have everything you need to make a video and start running an ad. Now, don't worry, you're not alone. I do have some best practices here for you. So the first one is full screen and vertical. So full screen, because it is a full screen, it is a full screen platform. Like those crop videos don't tend to perform well on TikTok. So you want to make sure that you are using an asset that is full screen. Also, if you think about it, TikTok is one of the first platforms that actually reserve 100% of screen space as your ad. So you need to take advantage of every single percent of the screen and use a full screen video. Vertical, this is more or less self-explanatory. Nobody wants to have to turn their camera to the side to watch a video. You want to make sure that everything's just readily available and easy for them to consume. The next one is sound on. So this is a big one, and this is a very important one. I think something like 80% of users on Facebook and Instagram go on the platform on mute, mostly because they might be watching it on the office or maybe watching it on the bus. However, TikTok is a sound on video platform, and nobody's going on TikTok on mute. So you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of that and that you're using sound. Also, I think if you don't use sound on TikTok, the ad might not actually go through. So that's another reason why you kind of need to make sure that you're using sound. The type of content that you should be doing is just like, being your authentic selves, telling your story, and just making sure that you're building a sense of community with the customers that you want to sell to. And then just a couple of other different pieces of advice is like using the likes of transitions, effects, text overlays to call out whatever your offering is. And then of course, being inspired by trends. So really keeping an eye on what's working on the platform, what's happening at the moment, what trends are working, and making sure that you're kind of working your content off the back of that. If you're still not convinced on how to actually create the video, don't worry. TikTok offer a TikTok creative toolkit. So essentially there's different options. One, if you don't have a video, so which are these? So you have video templates, smart videos, video editors. These essentially have like hundreds of different templates, soundtracks, effects, and essentially everything that you need to edit the video that you want to post on the platform. And then if you already have a video, there are a few other different features more so for optimization, like the smart video soundtrack, quick optimization tool, and smart text. These are just really handy tools to kind of add sound to your videos, to like optimize it, crop it, add visual effects and stuff like that. So essentially, like there's no more excuses. You have everything you need to make content. And then, of course, what about sales? So that's why we're all here. We all want to try and drive revenue. We all need to see money coming in at the end of the day. So we need to see the revenue if we're going to invest. So one thing you should know on TikTok is 49% of TikTok users have actually said that they've purchased a product or a service from a business after seeing it either advertised, promoted, or reviewed on the platform. However, there are a few considerations that we need to be aware of here. So not all of these sales will be tracked, and that's just due to TikTok's attribution model. So with the standard pixel mode, not to get too technical, but with the standard pixel mode, you only have a single session attribution window. So if you don't know what this means, you're probably all familiar with like Facebook's 7-day click, 1-day view attribution window, and Google Analytics last click attribution window. So with TikTok's single session attribution window, essentially only purchases or web activity that are made within that session are reported back. Now, there are a few ways that you can increase that to like a 7-day attribution window, which I'll go through now. So automatic advanced matching, this is one that's brilliant, and this you'll only see with the developer mode pixel. The developer mode pixel obviously requires a developer and it's a little bit more hands-on, but it is probably the better option for your tracking and will give you that 7-day window. Also recently, they've introduced allowing first-party cookies. So this is another way to kind of help boost your tracking as well. And at some stage, there will be an attribution manager coming to TikTok. So this will allow you to set your own attribution window. And then we have value-based optimization. So this isn't really more about tracking, this is more about optimization. So here what you can do is, rather than just optimizing for a purchase or optimizing for a CPA, what you can actually do is optimize for like the highest possible value, or you can even set a minimum ROAS. So if you're thinking, okay, I need a ROAS of 2 or a ROAS of 3 to kind of like make a return, then you can actually set your ads to kind of optimize toward that ROAS. Now, this has to be unlocked, this feature. It's not readily available on the platform. So once you get 30 purchases within a 7-day period, you'll find this optimization tool on the ad set level, and then you can start optimizing for that high value or minimum ROAS. And this is a brilliant way to scale your ROAS and drive revenue. And now I'm going to talk about some of the advertising solutions. So let's go. So you'll recognize a lot of the ones here: reach, traffic, app installs, video views, lead gen, conversions. Most are self-explanatory. You're probably wondering what community interaction is if you haven't worked with TikTok before. Essentially, that's just an engagement campaign. So it allows you to optimize for profile visits or follows. So this is a really good way to kind of use paid ads to kind of scale your organic performance as well. So if you're a little low on followers or a little low on views, you can use the community interaction tool to kind of get that up. And then, of course, traffic and conversions are the main ones. So here you can optimize for clicks, web events, and those include the likes of view content, add to cart, purchases, checkouts, stuff like that. So everything that you need is there. You're probably wondering where catalog sales is, and I'll go into that in a little moment. But first, I want to talk to you about dark ads and spark ads. So these are essentially 2 different formats that are available on TikTok. On the left, we have dark ads. And this is essentially where the profile picture, the call to action button, and the CTA, or sorry, the username or the user handle, they will all go to the destination URL that you've set. So if you're trying to drive website traffic, dark ad is perfect for you. All of these buttons will send users to the site. And then with a spark ad, this essentially allows you to link your ad to an organic video that you've posted on your profile, or if you're working with an influencer on their profile. So the CTA will still go to the destination URL that you've set. However, the username in this case and the account profile picture, they will go to the organic account. So this is kind of a way that you can drive web traffic and organic engagement. My suggestion would be, if traffic is the main goal, use dark ads. If you want a bit of both, use Spark. It's also a really good opportunity for you to work with creators. So if you're working with like an influencer or celebrity or a creator that is willing to promote your product or your business, you can actually get them to generate a code, and you can use their video to promote your content and try and drive sales that way. So again, I mentioned about the DPAs. So yeah, DPAs, or as they're called on TikTok, DSAs, are not readily available on the platform yet. So one of the workarounds that are there are collection ads. So essentially, you'll see the video pops up, number one. After a few seconds, you'll see little cards at the bottom start to scroll across the screen. When you click these, that will then bring you to the instant experience. So then you can scroll through all the different products that are in your product set. So this is kind of a handy workaround for now. One of like our suggestions is using like an always on collection ad for like all of your products, or maybe your best selling products or products that you think will perform well on TikTok. The example that I have here, I know I mentioned power washing before, so this is actually a collection ad that we ran for one of our clients, Woody's. And then last but not least, just the interactive add-ons. I know Justin mentioned them slightly earlier, but number one, we have gift code stickers. So this is a handy way if you've got like a sale on and you're using a gift voucher code, you can actually put a little sticker on your ad to kind of promote that code. One thing that we kind of suggest as well is, if you are going to start optimizing for sales on TikTok, a good thing to do is run like a TikTok only sale, and you can use the gift code sticker to kind of highlight that code. So this is actually a really good opportunity for you to unlock those 30 purchases in a 7-day period, which will help get you value-based optimization. So there are loads of things that you can do to kind of scale your activity on TikTok and really start like honing in on the revenue and ROAS. And then we have countdown stickers. So this is essentially to kind of drive urgency, or to kind of show that like maybe like a sale is starting in 7 days, or maybe the sale is ending in 7 days. So you can kind of build hype, or you can let people know that like they only have like a small window of opportunity to make that purchase and like get that offer. Another thing that you can do is, if you have like a product coming out, so like a new product release, you can run an ad using a countdown sticker for when the product will be available. And then what we can actually do after that is remarket people that have watched that video and optimize for a purchase when the product is released. And then last but not least, we have voting stickers. Fairly self-explanatory. It's essentially just where you can drive a little bit more engagement. You can get users to vote between 2 different options, or like you can actually share a poll. But that's everything from me today. I will be around at the end for any questions, but now I'm going to hand you over to Stephen, who's going to talk you through the case study for Sosu Cosmetics. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Killian, and hey everyone. Yeah, so today I'm going to take you through an overview of the work we've been doing with TikTok for one of our clients, Sosu Cosmetics, and how it's been helping us drive really incremental growth across all of our social activity. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Sosu, Sosu are an Irish cosmetics and beauty brand that were founded by beauty blogger and influencer Suzanne Jackson. So we've been fortunate enough to work with Sosu since 2020. Initially on the social side, we've been focusing on Facebook and Instagram, but more recently we've been diving into TikTok, given the opportunities there and the results that we've been seeing, which has been really, really great. The team in Sosu have been fantastic to work with. They were very quick to embrace TikTok. They posted their first organic video back in January 2020, and since then they've grown a really strong following with over 20,000 or just under 20,000 followers, and over 253,000 engagements on their accounts. So I suppose I'm going to dive into some of the strategies, the innovations, and the results that we've been seeing, and kind of detail out how the integration of TikTok has helped us in driving 11% higher year-on-year revenue via social. So just to jump into the kind of initial strategy, when we first embraced TikTok ourselves, we were really excited by its immense opportunity to drive and capability to drive discovery, and that's something we really leaned into. We were kind of posed with two challenges before TikTok. The first was the rising cost per clicks, the rising cost of advertising that's been brought on by all these changes with the iOS 14.5 updates. It's harder to track, and so as a result we're seeing costs rise on Facebook and Instagram. So that was one challenge we needed to address. The second was around our youth demographic, particularly Gen Z and millennial groups, who are harder to reach now on those platforms, Facebook and Instagram. So in our mind, TikTok really was the solution for this. And so that initial strategy, we wanted to find a way to drive low cost but quality traffic onto our website, optimizing for view content events to get people shopping from this audience group. And so we did that by kind of leaning into that TikTok creative, which I'll talk through in a second, embracing those new age kind of content creators, influencers, running promotions, sales, offers, new product launches, all to drive discovery and push that onto our website. And so the impact of doing this, so initially we saw a 19% cheaper cost per click. So the cost of advertising with TikTok was cheaper than Facebook and Instagram, which was really positive. But even more so, what stood out to me was that to get a user on TikTok to engage with 100% of our ad content was costing us half as much as it was on Facebook and Instagram. So we were getting really, really strong engagement at a lower cost. And that's no mistake as to why that happened. So, ourselves and Wolfgang here, but also Sosu, our client, we've really embraced this new age creative on TikTok. And I know that's a barrier for a lot of people when it comes to this creative and how to, approach that. And Killian and Justin have done a good job in explaining that. But we really embrace that. And if there's one thing we want you guys to take away from this webinar, it's that you don't have to adapt your brand to work on TikTok. You can make TikTok work for your brand in the type of creative that you work on. So for us, we've kind of developed this blueprint that has really worked for us. We know that TikTok, 37% of users say that they engage more strongly with, how-to videos, tutorial-based content. And that's something we leaned into with our ads. So you can see here in this example, within that first 3 seconds, we're showcasing the product, we're showcasing the service, whatever it is, we're getting, straight away, we're capturing that user's attention. In the next 10, 12 seconds, we want to show off why they should invest in that product, why our product stands out, show the use case. And then lastly, we want to drive action. So very clear call to action. And again, you can see there, 20 seconds, I think it's 18 to 34 seconds you should be kind of spending in terms of the length of your ads. So this blueprint has worked really, really well for us. And then just to dive into how that strategy has developed. So TikTok is growing really, really fast, and it's really exciting for us as an agency. As it grows, we're obviously adapting our strategy with that. In more recent months, TikTok have been offering really great solutions when it comes to lower funnel events and driving conversions. And that's something that we've been focusing quite heavily on here now in terms of how can we make TikTok drive revenue for Sosu. And so one of those things, Killian touched on it, the collection ads. I think the collection ads are a real game changer at the moment. They've been performing really, really well for us. The example on the right, you can see here, we have a simple video whereby, the creator is showcasing the product in use. And within one click, we're sending that user straight through to a customized product set that shows the various variations of that product. Justin touched on it earlier, 71% of users report kind of making a purchase, an unplanned purchase. And that's something that we've been really, captivated by, and we wanted to dive on that. So these collection ads are essentially shortening the path to purchase. And for us, we're getting a user, we're capturing their attention with strong creative, and then straight away, we're putting them at a point of decision. And that's been really helping us in terms of the impact. You can see here, so we've had an uplift of 74% in terms of browsing events on the website. People are viewing our products more from TikTok, which has been really, really positive. Again, just to jump back to that revenue point, we've been now able to report back to our client that in the last 6 months, we're now delivering positive ROAS. So TikTok is now standing alongside Facebook and Instagram, and not just in driving huge awareness, but now it's driving revenue results as well. And then just to look at kind of 3 examples or 3 standout examples that have helped us win big, 3 innovations that have helped us win big on TikTok. The first was around Black Friday. So the challenge we had there, obviously, we wanted to, increase the amount of new users who were shopping with us during that period. And so TikTok, we turned to TikTok to run a series of video view campaigns, traffic campaigns, all promoting different products, offers, sales that we had coming up. And what we saw from this was a 142% increase in the total number of new users shopping on us on our website this Black Friday versus 2020. So really, really strong result there. Secondly, turning bronze into gold with our collection ads. So recent EU regulations have kind of affected the sale of certain tanning products. And so we knew about this way back in November. We knew this was going to be a product that was very much a key focus, going to be trending. And there was an element of virality around this product. So we really jumped on that. We created a series of collection ads just purely based on this product set, and ran these again, conversion driving ads targeted for increasing our ROAS. And so as a result, we saw a 374% increase in the overall social revenue year on year, huge increase in revenue, but just by jumping on a trend and knowing when a product was in demand. And then the last example there was driving and demanding attention around a new product. So this was our CC by Me cream product that launched in February. And I suppose the goal then was we need to get as much awareness around this product as possible. And so with TikTok, we specifically focused on those upper funnel awareness campaigns, driving traffic to our website to really strong, clever kind of engaging pieces of content. And as a result, we had 2 million video views, and the client actually reported this as one of their most successful launches to date. So really positive results there, and TikTok had a massive impact in driving that. In terms of the overall business results and looking back at the year as a whole, so some of the standout features or results from us, we saw 38% cheaper cost per clicks than any other social channel that we were utilizing, which is really, really strong. We were driving quality traffic, quality engagement, but at a much lower cost with TikTok. One of the big ones for me was that we actually managed to turn social into the second highest revenue generator for Sosu Cosmetics during that period, overtaking even organic search. So really, really strong result there. I think social accounted for 26% of all direct revenue recorded. And then lastly, we've seen an 11% higher last click revenue year on year. So where a lot of retailers were seeing negative growth, we've been able to record really positive results just with the integration of this channel into our already set up campaigns. And that's something actually, just to touch back on those collection ads and on all the work that you do on TikTok, there's a spillover benefit with this, because when you're driving that mass awareness onto your site and you're getting those view content events, you're actually helping your DPAs and your remarketing across all your other channels. So it has had a really strong spillover effect in that sense. And so I know a lot of you guys will be, keen to dip your toes into TikTok in the coming months, and we'd highly recommend it. We're on board to help with any of your questions or concerns on that, and when we'd love to kind of open that conversation up with you. But some of the opportunities I just wanted to highlight that we're really excited about on our side. So the first is doubling down on this ROI and driving revenue. So we've already seen really, really strong results from that. We're only expecting this to get better and better. Two examples of why. So dynamic showcase ads are something down the line that we're expecting to come in, and catalog sales, which are going to offer really interesting remarketing opportunities on TikTok. And I think that's going to be quite an interesting one when that comes out. The other, I know Killian touched on it, was the value-based optimization piece. And that's something we're actually using right now with our campaigns for Sosu on TikTok. And we're already seeing really good results there. So instead of just optimizing for volume, we're now optimizing for value and return. And so we're seeing our ROAS increase even further, which has been really, really positive. So it's that idea, turning discovery into profitability. That's one area we're excited about. The second is building first-party data. I'm sure this is a conversation that you're all having right now internally, in terms of how you're getting that first-party data. As we come, we're hurtling towards a cookieless future, and the changes around GA4. These are all conversations we're having. It's something that social is going to be playing a big role in terms of how we drive that first-party data. And I think TikTok with the lead gen campaigns, I think that's something that we're really excited about on our side, in terms of how do we take that discovery, that massive discovery, and turn it into an inquiry. And so that's something that we're going to be diving into. So as I said, we're on hand to help with any questions or concerns you guys will have. Please feel free to take that email. We'd love to hear from you guys. I know there's a lot of questions, and Killian's going to jump in here now and we can answer a few of them. But please do get in touch with us. We're very excited about TikTok. We're hoping you're as excited as we are. And we'll look forward to hearing from you guys soon. So I'll pass you back over to Killian, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen. So hi again, everyone. So I just had a look through some of the questions you have. So a lot of them were about like targeting options on TikTok. So you have actually quite a few different options for targeting on TikTok. You can target based on users' interests, based on the behavior that they have with creators. So like different creators that they've followed or viewed and the segments that they work in. You can also go with video interactions, so the type of content that they engage with. And that's broken down by the type of content that they watch or click or comment or share. And then you also have the option to target based on the hashtags people engage with. So if you're concerned that maybe your content or your segment isn't within one of those other targeting options, it's quite possible that there's a hashtag that's somewhat related. So my suggestion would be to go onto the platform, have a look through those different targeting options, like the interests, the creator interactions, video interactions, and hashtags, and just see what's there for you. I know there are some questions about like targeting people that are interested in like a mortgage or property, and also one for like I think a dealership. So my suggestion is purely to just go in, have a look through those different targeting options and just see what's there. I'm afraid I don't know them all off by heart, as there's too many. But if you just have a look, you'll see which ones are there, and you should be able to build a profile around that will suit you. If not, then there is actually an option to do a CRM list audience. So you can either retarget a list of emails, or you can use a list of emails or phone numbers actually to make a lookalike audience. So if you don't fit into any of the categories there for the hashtags, interests, or behaviors, you can make a lookalike audience off a customer list or phone numbers or emails. There were also some questions around like the different demographics in TikTok outside Gen Z. So there was one question, I think like male 50 plus and then like female 30 to 40. Again, my suggestion is to just go onto the platform, set the targeting range that you want. So change it from both genders to just male and change it to 50 plus, and you'll actually see on the right what your potential reach is. And then you'll know for yourself if it's worth it, if it's like, you know, a worthy investment, if there's enough use on the platform within your demographic. Same for the female 30 to 40, just change the gender to female, change the age bracket between 30 and 40. And then again, just see your potential reach and just see how many people are there. If you are limiting it down that much, do be prepared for like a higher CPM. But yeah, essentially you should be tired. Like you shouldn't have this idea that TikTok is only for Gen Z. It's not. There are so many other people on the platform now. It is popular among Gen Z. I'm not saying it isn't, but there are so many more users coming on every day. So it's not just that one pool of people that you can find on TikTok. There were some questions about case studies and trends as well. So Justin, I think, is going to go through a couple of case studies with you now. But what we'll do at the end of this at the end of the webinar is we'll share some resources. So TikTok actually have some resources on their website for case studies, top ads, popular trends. So if you have any questions about any of those, or if you want to do a little bit more research yourself, you can take a look at those. And then also, yes, we will be sharing the recording and the presentation as well. So anyone in your company, or if you want to rewatch yourself, if anyone's missed out, you can definitely rewatch it. And yes, there was another question, whether you should only work with influencers. No, not at all. We do recommend working with influencers, as it does work quite well, but our suggestion, or my suggestion, is to be like doing a mixture of both. If you're worried about like the costs surrounding influencers, that's fair. Maybe what you could do is just like use an influencer, maybe like for like big events. So I don't know, if you've got a big sale coming up, if you're releasing like a new product or a new brand, then that might be a good opportunity to work with influencers. Other than that, you can definitely be working with your own content as well. And then yeah, just like in terms of like finding out what will work, just test everything. So what we can do is we can set up like a campaign, multiple different targeting options, multiple different styles of creative, and we can just see what's working, what's not working. So like what you might think works really well for your brand on one platform, it could be the exact opposite on TikTok. So there are different styles of content that you can do, like how-to videos, like how to cook this meal or how to do a workout, whatever it is. And then there's the likes of product tutorials, and then there's the likes of just like generic content, you know, models like showing off like different outfits or whatever it may be. Just make one of each and put them all into a campaign and just see for yourself which one's getting you sales, which one's getting you cheaper CPCs, which one's getting you the results that you want, and just stick with that. You'll learn yourself from the platform what's actually suitable to your product, to your service.